Vicious Vickers, tried sending a chat but don't see it going through. I still have to move the instance ... but I'll figure it out later. Vicious Vickers, okay ... that worked. Vicious Vickers, groovy. Vicious Vickers, now https://t.co/I before appgek. Vicious Vickers, oops, https://www.onionfarms.com/thread/Christopher Ernest Buck Cow Poly Taper 7 Cal Tranny Chaser Kike, Poly.2951/ Vicious Vickers, Cow Poly. I've been hearing rumors that his docs was going to drop and it did. He's just a giant dick, passed around the video, has left fake negative reviews on my shop's Google listing. Just fun for me. Vicious Vickers, alright, looks like I've successfully migrated. Vicious Vickers, I did. PPP is such a giant bitch. Vicious Vickers, but I love BPF talking about Ralph being a hypocrite when he and his wife swung from Ralph's nuts to build their own brand, and publicly feuding with Faith, Ariana, and I publicly online in Ralph's defense. Everyone is a fucking joke, a broken bar except you, from what I can tell, Dan, and me broken bar unless I want to be perceived as a joke at a specific time. Vicious Vickers, I think Fake is fine if the fake doesn't take themselves seriously. Those clips with PPP popping off a broken bar, he's taking himself way too seriously. Until then, I was just of the mind that your show is different from their show, and I never really expected accuracy or truth from broken bar fuck man. I've listened to PPP get shit wrong about me and mine since they've started. I'd figured that was part of the gag, though. But now it looks like he really thinks that he's something that he's not. Kinda pathetic, really. Vicious Vickers, just sending so I have a new DM thread with the new account. Backwards internet, eh? Backwards internet, good to see you fella. Vicious Vickers, so here's a LARF. The original stipulation that Faith's attorney drew up said that both parties agreed to not talk about the case online unless they were correcting something that was not accurate. Like me talker saying he hadn't paid any child support, Ralph would be allowed to say I'm actually paid in full, Medicare. But Ralph's attorney changed that stipulation to read that neither party can discuss the case online at all, a broken bar. So when Ralph got goaded into saying he'd paid his support in full, which was true, he was technically violating the order based on a provision that his OWN attorney put in. No. Backwards internet, amazing. Vicious Vickers, fuck Kino Casino, BTW. Any donos I would have sent them are just going to you and then now. We cast false pedo flagging bullshit, assuming what I'm reading is true. That's Ralph dear shit. Backwards internet, I'm live now https://b/cqxp9j5izu. Vicious Vickers, kids got me drunk and convinced me to buy the Razor Crest from the Lego Story, a broken bar, or at least that's the story I'm sticking with. Backwards internet, lol, when I have kids, they'll be my excuse to buy Lego guaranteed. Vicious Vickers, you gotta get started. You're so fucking old, a broken bar, I can't imagine having kids in my 60s, a broken bar lol. Backwards internet, lol, I remember 60. Backwards internet, I've had a banging idea. Might start doing Lego content, which will be me buying Lego from a shop and then sourcing the individual parts online. I know some great sites, to see if I can get it cheaper elsewhere. Backwards internet, some of the pieces are like 0.1p here. Backwards internet, the idea of the show it to save money, and I think in most cases I can do this. Especially with knowing how many of specific pieces I need. Vicious Vickers, Alibaba is great for knockoff Lego stuff. Backwards internet, nice. Backwards internet, doing a spicy goal today. Get $150 donated to this link and I'll make a chili that's 9 million SHU and delete it. https://streamlabs.com/thegnificent1/tip. Vicious Vickers, Lola broken bar, I sent $50 a broken bar, don't know if the show is still going. Gonna be on the road for half the day. Backwards internet, oh I've not gone live today. It's a goal running into tomorrow's show, but I will add it and enjoy the journey. Vicious Vickers, LOL. Oops. Backwards internet, hey fella, so Dan said he's told you about us giving the Lisbon shirt to you, and Don's also said you might visit here next summer. If you do, we'd happily come meet you and give over the t-shirt. Vicious Vickers, good morning. Well, not for you. I actually have a few things that I wanted to go over. but currently watching Xander while Faith is getting her hair done and the wife is finishing up some stuff with the kids before a school meeting. And Xander has a tendency to slap the shit out of my keyboard while I'm trying to type. Got some funny stuff coming up. Or at least I think it'll be hilarious. Backwards internet, no worries dude. Let me know when you're free. Vicious Vickers, sweet Jesus, it was a long day yesterday. Interview begins at about 59 minutes in. https://www.youtube.com/watch v equals v1 resg 1 bxs4. Vicious Vickers, ignore that. Vicious Vickers, messaging too many people at once. Vicious Vickers, alright, so first, on the shirt both me and Ari were celebrating over the shirt. We can wait until summer, there's currently a 50% chance we'll go this summer but 90+% that we go the following summer. It's been on our bucket list for a while. Though if you wanted to ship the shirt sooner than that, I'll happily pay for shipping. I'm going to get it to an art store and have it framed in a nice frame and make it very public that I have it. Lol. Aside from actually legitimately wanting it, it would piss off Ralph so much that I might overdose. Vicious Vickers, I was supposed to interview with RPGTV today, because he remains pretty much ignorant of Vickers lore. But looks like that may be off. He messaged me yesterday saying he might call it off because things are getting too heated with Ralph. But who knows? I'd originally asked him to come on the Return of Good Bad Vicious coming up next Thursday, so I'll probably have to find another guest. Not that big of a deal. In regards to that show, Vicious Vickers, I sent out a public records request to the court. You know how I be. Seeing how much of the family court visitation support order was public record. I didn't expect to get any back, but lo and behold, what's waiting for me in the mail as soon as we got back from our last trip. All 4 pages. No redactions. So, on the 13th, at our normal time of 6 p.m. PST, we're going to go through it line by line. This will also conveniently be the day the 12th is an official violation of the final stipulation, so we're going to have a lot of fun with it. If you want to come on, let me know, but I know that's late for you. Either way, your audience is bigger than mine, so if you want it, I'll pass it to you after my show and you can go over it to your heart's content. Just let me know. Vicious Vickers, the beauty of all of this is that there's officially only 2 people in the world who cannot talk about this order publicly. Fate. And Ralph. So he just has to sit in his shit-smelling seat while everyone talks about it, and he can't say shit. Backwards internet, oh the missing pages. Excellent. Vicious Vickers, RPG confirmed bailed. Seeing if PaulyFrog is available. Backwards internet, sounds good. Vicious Vickers, but the more the merrier. If you happen to be awake at 2 a.m. that day, and just like, shit. I want nothing more right now than to be on a stream. Lol. Backwards internet, I won't be around. Vicious Vickers, Craig Mansfield coming on. Ralph absolutely fucking hates his guts. He's still in contact with Nora. Backwards internet, I know. Backwards internet, enjoy it. Lol. Backwards internet, Dan might be free on the 13th if you want him on. 2 a.m. our time, yeah? Vicious Vickers, that'd be awesome. I typically don't ask you guys just because of how freaking late it is. But if he's interested, you both pretty much have a free pass to come on whenever you want. Vicious Vickers, sweet. He's coming on. This is going to be great. Backwards internet, nice. Vicious Vickers, the problem I had with that one chip challenge was that my teeth suck, so I had to chew the shit out of that fucking thing. Absolutely miserable experience. Good luck to you with the chili. We'll probably be on the road when you air it, but we'll try to tune in. Vicious Vickers, fun stream. Emailed you a copy of the stipulation. Backwards internet, cheers dude. Vicious Vickers, I got you and Dan some stuff at this convention. I need to know where to send it. You have my email for more security. Backwards internet, okay. Backwards internet, https://www.youtube.com/watch v equals dw4ibl3 Backwards internet, 42 hours 0 minutes. Vicious Vickers, thanks. Now I have an excuse to do a show about PPP. Which I kinda wanted to do for a while. Lol. Backwards internet, lol, enjoy it. Vicious Vickers, only 3:30 p.m. at Disneyland and he's burned out a broken bar. What a pussy. Backwards internet, lol, bless. Vicious Vickers, oh, the pigs are hollering to his attorney about you interviewing Faith. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you didn't say that she would be interviewing during visitation, right? I didn't hear that. Zany Berries posted is, but he has no inside information, so I'm assuming that people are just guessing because Ralph has been talking about the visitation. Backwards Internet, Ralph said on his show that he was seeing his son later this week. I've said Faith is coming on the show for a couple of hours. Pretty sure they've made that connection. Backwards Internet, I showed Ralph saying this in my show too, so probably how they worked it out. Backwards Internet, would you like a timestamp of him saying this? Backwards Internet, fuck it, I'll send it to you. Backwards Internet, https://cozy.tv/fnrolf/replays/2022-1018. Backwards Internet, around 27 hours 27 minutes. Vicious Vickers, oh, thanks dude. It wasn't all that important. I was listening when you mentioned it. I just like how Ralph heard it, immediately called his lawyer, and told her you assaulted him with Vicious Vickers, when there's no arrest or convictions. LOL. Backwards Internet, lol. Backwards Internet, rumor is going around Ralph failed his drug test. Vicious Vickers, I've seen rumors from yesterday and I can't confirm. I think this goes along with the fact that there's a certain amount of people who I knew would kind of catch on to the subtext of me reading the can't talk about the case and hit Ralph with as many inaccuracies as possible to force him to correct himself. Or, at least, cause him what for him is most likely physical pain by not being able to respond. Vicious Vickers, LOL. Backwards Internet, that's fair. Vicious Vickers, I'm rewatching this morning's show from the beginning. A broken bar, someone donated $20 with my name. Wasn't me broken bar, not sure if you can see it on your side or not. Backwards Internet, only if I go to my email. Vicious Vickers, I wasn't even awake, LOL. Backwards Internet, no worries. Backwards Internet, tried to add Faith on Discord. Backwards Internet, she's not accepting friends requests. Vicious Vickers, I'll let her know. She just finished taking care of some business. Backwards Internet, no worries. Vicious Vickers, and I texted the missus instead of Faith. Just texted her, but looks like you made contact. Backwards Internet, we did. Vicious Vickers, cool. Vicious Vickers, LOL. Holy shit. She's with my mom. One of your anonymous biggest fans. Mel. Don't think I ever told you that Granny Vicious catches almost every one of your shows. Backwards Internet, that's great to hear. Vicious Vickers, you doing a show tomorrow morning? Vicious Vickers, morning for me, bet ice a broken bar. Backwards Internet, working on HIV video today. Vicious Vickers, awesome. Backwards Internet, although the stream is tempting. Backwards Internet, may end up doing a morning stream after all. Vicious Vickers, shit. Missed it live. Gonna do the replay. Second visitation is today. Let's see how he fucks that up. Vicious Vickers, Ralph is so fucking salty right now. Vicious Vickers, man, PPP apparently really wants my attention. Vicious Vickers, alright. I got that stuff packed up yesterday. I should be able to get it shipped out tomorrow because I have to go out and operate my shop since my brother is almost certainly not coming in because he's sick. Once I have a tracking number, I'll shoot it your way. Vicious Vickers, this has to stay private for now. But because of Ralph's antics during visitation, he's now allowed to have any electronics during the next visitation. The best part is, they'll tell him this, and he'll undoubtedly chimp out online about it. Vicious Vickers, fuck my spelling. Not allowed. Not allowed to have any electronic devices during visitation. Backwards Internet, lol. What did he do? Oh, well, wait till he chimps and not divulge info. Vicious Vickers, oh. He basically told me about Xandra's bruise and she immediately tweeted about it. Just finished our PPP stream. Felt good to vent about that fucker after these last few years. Backwards Internet, good stuff. Vicious Vickers, https://tools.usps.com/go/track confirm action. tref equals full page TLCE equals 3 text to 8777 equals T labels equals EH0299575997 us%2C tab T equals true. Vicious Vickers, tracking for the package. Backwards Internet, cheers dude. Vicious Vickers, oh ha 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 ha. Great video. Backwards internet, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Vicious Vickers, you undoubtedly know a shitload more than I do about YouTube and copyright shit. If I were to play some clips from horror movies that I own in iTunes during our Thursday horror movie stream, with a generous amount of commentary, is that going to get me a strike? Backwards internet, by own do you mean you bought the clips on iTunes or you made them and got a copyright which got them distributed on iTunes? Vicious Vickers, neither, but I've kinda answered my own question. Doing a stream about horror movies on Thursday and I wanted to be able to pull up movies from my vast array of iTunes horror movies. But none of the streaming software will screen cap copyright protected material. I have an Elgato capture card around here somewhere, but I doubt that will help. No big deal. Vicious Vickers, best fucking pumpkin. Ever. The bifurcated gunkin. Backwards internet, lol. Vicious Vickers, the package has touched down in the motherland. LOL. Backwards internet, nice. Vicious Vickers, great show. Backwards internet, cheers dude. Apparently that package is at customs. I'll contact them about it soon. Vicious Vickers, okay. I don't know how it works on that side. Customs here just goes through a process and still forwards on to the final address. Vicious Vickers, I mean, I did say on the form that I was shipping harvested human organs and bags of drugs. Backwards internet, also just like Worski's bank account. Backwards internet, yeah, I'm sure it'll make its way here. Vicious Vickers, haha. Vicious Vickers, pelty. Some time ago, you played clips from a kill stream with me and I just lost an hour and talked about how they hooked up at PitViper's house in disgusting fashion. Do you happen to remember what episode that was? Vicious Vickers, zero rush or priority on this. I'm planning a super show on December 1st, so I'm just putting together content ... for once. LOL. Backwards internet, not sure in all honesty. Vicious Vickers, found it. Vicious Vickers, looks like the package cleared customs but is still being held at your local post office. Backwards internet, I'll get down there when we're all home. Vicious Vickers, sorry. I figured they'd just take it to ya. Backwards internet, TBH they more than likely should. A post office typically sends out the postman. Backwards internet, just need to go online. Pay £34 and it's mine lol. Vicious Vickers, they're making you pay. WTF. Vicious Vickers, I sent $40 to your Streamlabs link to cover the expense. Backwards internet, it's import vet lol but thank you. Vicious Vickers, I don't know what that is. Paid $93 to send it ... lol ... figured that would cover everything. Vicious Vickers, I just looked it up. Plain. Backwards internet, it arrived. I've opened mine and love it. Dan will open his when he's back from work. Thanks again Matt. Vicious Vickers, LOL. Now that you have it, got me and the older boys to take a specific selfie with them ... was going to print it and send it with the poster, but here's the digital. Vicious Vickers, ugh. Vicious Vickers, one moment. Vicious Vickers, LOL. All in good fun. Vicious Vickers, the look on their faces when explained the situation was priceless. Backwards internet, lol. Backwards internet, hey, kayfabe casino in 3 minutes. https://b/b/buvqvn8xh0. Vicious Vickers, what happened? Vicious Vickers, and VM. Watching that 4 minutes upload now. Vicious Vickers, I thought that esoteric shaggyism was just another Mormon shaggy alt, but his name is Jeffrey Advain. Backwards internet, weird. Vicious Vickers, that's not problem as he never intended to monetize his channel. I don't think I had to give my identity until I wanted to do that, not to make money, obviously ... because that will never happen but the long arc joke is just that I have a monetized YouTube channel when I just lost an R and can apostrophe T ... lol. Vicious Vickers, so it could still be him. Is there a channel linked to the Steve Wright name? Backwards internet, I have no idea. Backwards internet, so esoteric shaggyism has flagged my channel again today. Making a comfy channel so I can stream while YouTube realizes these copyrights are false. Backwards internet, simultaneously I've uploaded his intro music to my TuneCore to be copyrighted. Backwards internet, so he's going to wake up to many copyrights from my TuneCore, which they do automatically. Vicious Vickers, what a con. Vicious Vickers, I'm talking to my attorney in the next week or so to strategize about the upcoming contempt hearing. Because the stolen journal is central to one of my claims, I'm going to see if we can subpoena Mormon Shaggy, Daimo, and Mr. Deadmon Broken Bar, all of whom I have a full docs. Backwards internet, go for it dude. Vicious Vickers, at the very least, will be interesting to see if Shaggy would even show. He attended 03 of his restraining order hearings. Of course, he didn't legally have to attend Doozy and Broken Bar, just end up with an automatic L. Not sure what the potential punishment is for ignoring a subpoena. Vicious Vickers, Daimo's background check updated with his current address. Cross-referenced Zillow photo listings with his videos to confirm it's the right place. The irony, the most likely reason his background check updated is because he got married a few weeks ago. A Broken Bar marriage license is public record and updates background reports a Broken Bar email. Backwards internet, Mary lol. To a dude. Vicious Vickers, while I do my level best to not denigrate people who do not directly attack us just because of their affiliation with those I dislike, here Broken Bar she may as well be a dude. Woof. Backwards internet, today should be fun. Vicious Vickers, I don't know much about Minecraft except that are not fans of me, but last time I knew friendly with faith, in a simp way. Vicious Vickers, Shaggy talking shit on Twitter too. Vicious Vickers, okay. Catching up. Haven't looked at Chudbuds all night. Backwards internet, tell me about it. This morning has been great. Vicious Vickers, content great or sarcasm great? Vicious Vickers, sorry man, I'm just having my first sip of coffee, so I'm just one step away from literal retarded. Vicious Vickers, content great ... got it. Vicious Vickers, oh ha 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 ha. I just listened to his video. All I hear is the retarded kid Joey from FF13V right before he dies. Fucking dying right now. Backwards internet, definitely content lol, just finishing up the show now. Vicious Vickers, I'll be on the road most of the morning ... so it'll give me something to listen to. Backwards internet, sweet. Vicious Vickers, https://www.youtube.com/watch. V equals love 5 each mo, what I hear every time I hear Mycroft's voice. Backwards internet, lol. Backwards internet, that's the exact same. Vicious Vickers, my 14-year-old, the big horror fan, and I were fucking dying over here. Backwards internet, lol, I'll show it today. Vicious Vickers, ha 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 ha. Excellent. Backwards internet, Mycroft in my chat and even a small Donna will make him see it lol. Vicious Vickers, shit ... sorry. Didn't see this until now ... been building that Lego set all for the last 7 hours ... and only 1/4 way done. Vicious Vickers, man, I would have loved to have messed with him, too. Vicious Vickers, context, I'm putting together the Lego version of the Razor Crest from the Mandalorian, so I can put together a time-lapse. But the fucking thing is a beast. Almost 6,200 pieces. I'm on DAG 1319 ... in box 1 of 2. Now being at it for 11 hours ... so I'm calling it quits for today. Backwards internet, sounds amazing to me lol. Vicious Vickers, still have 2 bags left in the first box. Thing is a fucking beast. Backwards internet, looking good. Backwards internet, so the instrumental is done with no copyright, considering I just fuck with the karaoke version, this is good. Backwards internet, https://b/slx6_09veg. Backwards internet, now to practice singing it lol. Vicious Vickers, absolute fucking king. Backwards internet, having fun today. Vicious Vickers, LOL. I'm nerding out excited over here. Ari wants me to write a Baby It's Cold Outside parodying the Alice Bray floor so she can sing a duet with someone. Wrote a parody of We're a Couple of Misfits, from the old Rudolph classic, to We're a Couple of Dipshits from A and I Just Lost an RN. It just makes me happy. Vicious Vickers, also, thanks so much for doing this. Backwards internet, it's quite fun. Backwards internet, once I pass the copyright bullshit. Vicious Vickers, oh, man. It's so freaking funny how much Faith interviewing with you absolutely burned his ass. The funny thing is, she wasn't even trying to score points because it was during visitation, it literally was just the first opportunity she's had in a while where a baby wouldn't be carrying on in the background. Backwards internet, lol, it's brilliant. Backwards internet, brilliant. Backwards internet, Done. Vicious Vickers, that sounds amazing. You gonna do a version with the parody lyrics? Vicious Vickers, but sweet fuck, I can barely tell it's not the original. Backwards internet, I added a few parody lyrics. Vicious Vickers, oh, I heard those ... Did you get the ones that I wrote? Backwards internet. No. Backwards internet, where did you send them? Email. Vicious Vickers, oh, shit. Yeah, I wrote an entire thing. Hold on. Vicious Vickers, emailed their PDF with parody lyrics alongside original lyrics on November 4th. Vicious Vickers, sorry man. If that's too much, I'll happily use what you just did, because it's still fucking great. Backwards internet, lol, I'll have to learn then and go again tomorrow lol. Vicious Vickers, dude, so much appreciated. I got at least 4 shows slated in December ... so I'll defiantly use both versions. But hey, I am seriously impressed ... and I'm not easily impressed. Backwards internet, I may need to work on those parody lyrics myself. Vicious Vickers, change whatever you want, need. Backwards internet, sweet. Also, I've been busy this month so I've only worked on that track for the last 2 days lol. Vicious Vickers, that you're doing it at all is tremendous. Since I usually do my stupid little show on Thursdays, and December 1st falls on a Thursday, I want to come in hard on the first day after NRN ... lol. Backwards internet, lol, this took 2 days of work. I've got 10 days of the month left. Vicious Vickers, time passes too fast for me. Tragedy of getting older ... cranking out kids like a madman, business, etc. October 8th to February 1st usually ends up a haze. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, 3 birthdays. Backwards internet, lol. Vicious Vickers, now I get to fuck around with 20, 44 and 29 seconds of footage ... unless you count both angles ... then double that. LOL. Backwards internet, easy once you increase speed by like 5,000%. Vicious Vickers, LOL. I shot mine video for each bag of Legos ... 36 different bags. Backwards internet, nicely done. Backwards internet, have titles between each bag. Vicious Vickers, oh, I have a plan, baby. Vicious Vickers, that plan is ... ignore my kids. Vicious Vickers, haha. Have a great night. Backwards internet, to change the backing of the track is to change the whole track lol. Vicious Vickers, I wasn't trying to be a pain in the ass ... it just come naturally to me. Vicious Vickers, 10,000% speed seems to get the desired effect. Now ... to do it 35 more times and add labels and shit. Backwards internet, my edit to the lyrics to save changing the entire instrumental. Backwards internet, happy holidays, happy holidays, happy holidays, happy holidays, and while Sexy Thin I just lost 10 and keeps raging happy holidays to you, happy holidays, happy holidays. It's a hollering season and Sexy Thin I just lost 10 and is drunk and round his bifurcated hat ABS is touching the ground when he's drunk. His pants fall down, he'll be coming down the chimney down. It's a hollering season and Sexy Thin I just lost 10 and has got destroyed drunk. As usual he pulls out his toy, the Tijuana Titan that spreads no joy when he's coming down the chimney down. He's just a big fat sack of scum and crap, but not to worry, he easily seats, so just ignore this prick you wish would commit by hanging on the Christmas tree. It's the holiday season. The holiday season and I just lost 10 RN's confused, he's drinking a lot then sexually offends when he pulls out his cock, he aims for the brickwork and then takes his shot. He'll be coming down the chimney down. He's just a big fat sack of scum and crap, but not to worry, he easily seats, so just ignore this prick you wish would commit by hanging on the Christmas tree. It's the holiday season. The holiday season and I just lost 10 RN's confused, he's drinking a lot then sexually offends when he pulls out his cock, he aims for the brickwork and then takes his shot. He'll be coming down the chimney, coming down th. Each chimney, coming down the chimney, down. Happy holidays, happy holidays, happy holidays, happy holidays. And while Sexy Thin I just lost 10 and keeps raging happy holidays to you, happy holidays, happy holidays. Backwards internet, hold old. Had Chugbuds made it so if you type certain things it changes it lol. Backwards internet, great. I'll link you to my Google Doc. Backwards internet, hold on. Has Chugbuds. Vicious Vickers, I can translate from my Chugbuds filters. Looks great. Go for it. Vicious Vickers, finally got home and reviewed the Google Doc. I translated the Chugbuds filters correctly. still looks great. Backwards internet, sweet. Vicious Vickers, LOL. Xander just got dropped off when your show ended. That kid really enjoys the True Beauty song. Backwards internet, oh that's great to hear. Backwards internet, happy Thanksgiving to all of the family. Vicious Vickers, to you and yours as well. Enjoy. Backwards internet, well today I got rid of a false flag and got the community guidelines strike. Backwards internet, so I'll be live here today. https://f.b/zotjarxcwmm. Backwards internet, just got to update it, thumbnail and title. Vicious Vickers, cool. I'll probably be able to watch while the turkey is roasting. Not meeting up with family until 10 p.m. your time. Backwards internet, scratch that bro. Backwards internet, I'll be on my backwards internet channel. Vicious Vickers, that one was quick. Backwards internet, yep. Backwards internet, I appealed it and said age restrict the video, don't strike me essentially. Vicious Vickers, sweet. Vicious Vickers, hey, no rush on the alternate lyrics. I'm not going to use that until later in the month, but will definitely use the one you already sent me for the other shows. I have a contempt hearing on Friday with I just lost an RN, he's on the defense, obviously, but if I come in too hard on the day before, it's probably going to irritate my attorney. Backwards internet, no worries. Vicious Vickers, but if you still do it, I'll absolutely use it later in the month. Backwards internet, I will. Vicious Vickers, sweet. Backwards internet, live now. Sexithan I just lost an RN breaks his chair. Bake Alaska loves frozen meals a lot more. Come and join the chat. https://f.b/n2w6pg2q4c. Vicious Vickers, I ended up missing the bulk of the show. Got a text from my oldest that he got pulled over for an expired registration tag. Lol. 2019. So I got to the DMV, expecting to pay over $1,000, cursing my old brain because I could have sworn I've been keeping it paid even though I never drive it. It's a 2011 Camaro. Not an ideal family car. Turns out I was all paid up, but I've been needing to get the smog certification since 2020. And we all know I've been a little distracted since then. At least it's an easy fix, and my son got the distinct pleasure of being pulled over by law enforcement. Haha. Vicious Vickers, I am tired and bored. Backwards internet, I will be doing an early show in 1.5 hours. Backwards internet, I'll then be back on Saturday and this weekend, all depending because my nieces got sick from school and it's going around the house, but if I'm good then I'll record all day then. Vicious Vickers, yeah, everyone around here is getting something. I felt like dog shit most of the day. Been staying up for the delivery of the new family pet. Our first dog in many years. Just got here. Yeah. At 2:45 a.m. our time. Kids going nuts now. Poppy going nuts. Got a school meeting in 9 hours. So hopefully some sleep can be had before then. Backwards internet, lol, get it if you can. Vicious Vickers, the contempt case is tomorrow early afternoon. Ralph announced during his intro music that he was going to seek a continuance. He filed today. Check out his official reason. Vicious Vickers, my fucking sides. Vicious Vickers, ignore that. Was trying to attach all the chord stuff, but I'll just Vicious Vickers, oops. Didn't see the other message. No worry on the lyrics. People absolutely love the version I've been using. Address, 14169 Chestnut Court. Penn Valley, California 95946. Backwards internet, sweet time live now BTW. Vicious Vickers, noise. I'll get it up on the TV promptly. Barbaki, did you happen to catch the tweet where Ralph confirms he has made $186,079? I do not know the time period, but I seem to remember the financial document for Xander stated he only made $70,000 a year. Seems a bit fraudulent. Since the California tool stated Ralph should be paying $1,200 a month, but Faith was nice enough to let him only pay $800. If that number is annual, then just using a ratio to the $1,200 number, Ralph should be paying $3,200. Maybe she should look into an adjustment during these times of inflation. Vicious Vickers, LOL. What are the limitations of this custom title badge that you speak of? Chad Beer, it's the gray one in this photo of my profile. Chad Beer, just text can say whatever. Chud beer, also capitalization is bugged on it, so only the first letter of the first word can be a capital. Vicious Vickers, family ignoring, fame seeking, attention whore trying to build the YouTube empire and refuses to get off the internet. LOL. Chud beer, lol, I've never tried one that long. Chud beer, let's see if it works. Chud beer, it does. Chud beer, lol. Vicious Vickers, ha 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 ha. Excellent. Thank you. Chud beer, you're welcome. And thank you for the donation. You also can have a chudbuds.lol email if you want one. Vicious Vickers, no need for that at present, THX. You all do a lot of work to keep this up, and I don't use it much yet, but I'm happy to contribute. Chud beer, thanks again, I appreciate it. Vicious Vickers, my pleasure. Enjoy the rest of November. December is going to be fun. Chud beer, XD can't wait. Cringe mama, hey, I sent you a follow request on Twitter, so faggy. Vicious Vickers, I think I approved it. Cringe mama, yes sir, you did smile. Cringe mama, everything go good today. Vicious Vickers, I wasn't allowed to listen in. She was allowed a support person because there's a DVRO involved, and we always opt for Ari to do that, since it's just better optics and the court realizes the whole family is united, and it's not just a crazy dad seeking revenge. That said, I don't really need any insight, as the hearing for 111 is still scheduled. Had an agreement been reached, that hearing would have been vacated. The hearing at 9:30. Of course, there's another scheduled for that day at Vicious Vickers, 1:30 for the contempt. Cringe mama, you two are killing me. Cringe mama, lol, patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. I can do this. Vicious Vickers, LOL. Just saw this. Harry asked me to tease it, and then I had to go to school meetings, take the wife to PT, drop Faith at school, stuff my craw with Cheap Jack in the Box tacos, etc. Just got home. 5-star race, you gonna serve Ralph at his gay wrestling event? Vicious Vickers, if things go the way I'm planning, he'll be served 2-4 times during that weekend. 5-star race, you maniac. Vicious Vickers, I do my best. 5-star race, one day we'll need to organize an odd get-together at Ralph event. Vicious Vickers, LOL. I don't know if you'll have the stomach for any more after Alphamania. My only current problem is that I cannot find, nor does anyone seem to know, what time the event is taking place. 5-star race, you overestimate his organization. 5-star race, I don't think there is a time schedule. 5-star race, and he will always double, triple down. Vicious Vickers, probably true on all counts. 5-star race, my man. 5-star race, G fucking G. Vicious Vickers, LOL. Thanks. Some of it was work. Some of the timing was simple luck. I had those cops ready to go weeks before the event. The rest of it was pod awful being clever af. 5-star race, Jesse is the man on the ground, I swear. Vicious Vickers, oh, and he did so much stuff I had no idea was going to happen. 5-star race, it seems like you guys made the event bearable for the most. Vicious Vickers, gotta cater to the haters. LOL. 5-star race, looks like you'll have a tag team partner for future servings. Vicious Vickers, I have several. Harry would happily serve him in the future, but like me, I think that Ralph is too afraid to go anywhere near him. 5-star race, damn, Ralph and Court went well? Vicious Vickers, yep. In a show last night about all the details. Ralph claimed a big W. I corrected him. Honestly, I'm not sure he was paying very close attention. 5-star race, yeah, I plan to watch the show this weekend, don't spoil it. 5-star race, the man looks older than you by now. Was just 2 years older than my big brother. I don't think he will last another year. Vicious Vickers, I don't know. He'll be 38. If he gets his shit together, he can get through to mid-40s, but the least 4 years have cost him dearly. I've known people who have abused themselves as much or more. And starting in late 30s, early 40s is kind of the unavoidable catching up with them. If he goes the rest of the year hitting as hard as he has been, then yeah, he's dead by 41 latest. But even if he were to completely turn it around and clean up, lose weight, etc. There's some damage that's just. Vicious Vickers, just irreversible. Vicious Vickers, yo. I'm gonna be traveling for like a week for a work thing, but got a new Steam Deck and loading tech and ... So if you still want to play sometime, the next week might be a good time. 5-star existential nightmares at Street. Just hit me up when you see me online. Vicious Vickers, I fell woefully short of having any video game time on this trip. Imagine a work trip where you have to actually work a broken bar. Ridiculous. 5-star existential nightmares at Street. Damn, I saw you online a few times. Vicious Vickers, that was my son playing with my Switch. 5-star existential nightmares at Street. BTW, is the Steam Deck good? Vicious Vickers, little fucker forgot he's a broken bar. 5-star existential nightmares at Street. Lol. Vicious Vickers, it's a great portable gaming machine, I know. Particularly easy with stupid simple stuff like connecting to a hotel Wi-Fi, which a lot of older portables would make a nightmare. Then my kids got me drunk and convinced me to buy the Razor Crest from the Lego Starry, a broken bar, or at least that's the story I'm sticking with. 5-star existential nightmares at Street, then let's play Tekken some other time, I need to relearn it. Lol. Vicious Vickers, I get home tomorrow and then we're basically home for a week and then heading back down for a horror convention for my son's birthday. I'll keep my eyes out for you logged on and tell my kids to watch for it if your name pops up. 5-star existential nightmares at Street. 5-star existential nightmares at Street, let me fight the whole Vickers clan. Vicious Vickers, FYI, changed instances. Gator time at Street, cool. Vicious Vickers, I've been driving all day, but hearing rumors that Ralph is raging out because he got invited to a pyramid scheme for streamers. Gator time at Street, basically. Gator time at Street, and he has nowhere else to put his backlog. Gator time at Street, and he's mad because I bullied him by downloading all the privated episodes. Vicious Vickers, gonna have to start a new lawsuit timer. Lol. Gator time at Street, Mel. Gator time at Street, what's funny is that I'd totally win. Vicious Vickers, hell, that stuff aside, I'm pretty sure you have several civil things you can sue him over. Fuck, man. Looks like I missed some good shit today. Gator time at Street, yeah. Vicious Vickers, been at the coin show this week. Made some killer deals, but my 13-year-old outshined me with vintage video games of all things. I'm way the fuck behind. Did Casey actually play the pedo card against Cogvine, the one brother he talks about regularly? Gator time at Street, they did. Gator time at Street, not a fan of that move. It's already been discredited. Vicious Vickers, that's fucking weak. This is the consequence when a clown starts to take himself seriously. Gator time at Street, pretty much. Vicious Vickers, kids got me drunk and convinced me to buy the Razor Crest from the Lego Starry, a broken bar, or at least that's the story I'm sticking with. Gator time at Street, Mel. Vicious Vickers, thing is fucking huge. The best kind of PR is in public relations ... It's public records. I made another PR request to the court for the stipulation and order between Faith and Ralph. Obviously, I have a copy from Faith, but if it's public record, then I can talk about it all day long. They sent me all 4 pages with 0 redactions. LOL. So, on the 13th, when we resume Good Bad Vicious, we're gonna go over it line by line. Gator time at Street, wow. Gator time at Street, /notice/OXX. Gator time at Street, decided that I'd throw a little hint out there. Vicious Vickers, LOL. You beat me to it. Let me know if you want to be on the 13th. Akiba's running the show on that one because I'll be in Burbank and don't trust hotel Wi-Fi for anything beyond audio. The absolute hilarity of all of this is that because of Ralph's attorney, literally everyone in the world can talk about this part of the case ... except Ralph, and Faith ... not that she gives a shit. Gator time at Street, Gator time at Street, I think I have to work on the 13th unfortunately. Vicious Vickers, so as we go over this, line by fucking line, everyone can start theorizing and spitballing about when /how/if/ already Ralph has violated the stipulations ... and he can't say shit to correct it. Oh no. Gator time at Street, that's the funniest part. He absolutely will want to respond. Vicious Vickers, no worries about the 13th. but we're definitely going to have fun with it. Gator time at Po.Street, thus violating the order foul. Vicious Vickers. Well, Jim already goaded him into talking about being paid current on support. Already a technical violation. It won't go anywhere. And of course the 13th he'll officially be in violation of the final stipulation the return of Faith's property. Shit. Ralph tacitly admitted he was in Mexico and I missed it. Gator time at Po.Street. Well, Groff caught him looking mal. Gator time at Po.Street. Everybody pointed out all the evidence for him being in Mexico. Gator time at Po.Street. And Graf was like, I wonder if I check the analytics if I can see if someone from Mexico is using the site. Gator time at Po.Street. And it turns out there was. Gator time at Po.Street. And it was literally in the exact area they thought it was. Vicious Vickers. Do you fancy yourself a betting man when it comes to predicting the behavior of wild rage pigs? Damn. 10 p.m. Gator time at Po.Street. Vicious Vickers. It's a long, boring story at this point. Had to do with whether or not Ralph would accept an offer for Faith to return early from our fall break trip to make the visitation happen. He took the offer, a bit to my surprise. So now, we'll see if he actually follows through. Gator time at Po.Street. Vicious Vickers. Reke Ita got his back. Gator time at Po.Street. He did. Gator time at Po.Street. Ralph's been seething about it. Vicious Vickers. LOL. Good for him. So I guess the betting is still technically on, as to whether or not Ralph will make the 2021 visitation. Well, Craig Mansfield and Dan, Gun Hunter, are coming on the 13th stream. This is gonna be fun. Gator time at Po.Street. LOL. Gator time at Po.Street. Nice you. Gator time at Po.Street. That should be an interesting one. Vicious Vickers. I'm looking forward to it. Care to do me a quick favor and post a screenshot of my pinned tweet? I want Piggy to get all raged up today. LOL. I've been looking forward to this for a full last month. Gator time at Po.Street. I think it's hilarious that Ralph's not even gonna know who to be mad at. Gator time at Po.Street. I deliberately tried to muddy the waters so he really doesn't know who filed the request to get the court order. Vicious Vickers. He'll know it's me by tonight. I'm going to explain exactly how I have it, and how it's public record since anyone could have done exactly what I did for the full cost of $2 and a few stamps. Hello, he's pissed, and he has absolutely no idea what's going on. He's telling Faith he's going to be left with no option but to litigate against me. Broken bar. A broken bar public record. Gator time at Po.Street. That is hilarious and foul. Vicious Vickers. NGL, I profoundly enjoyed that stream. Gator time at Po.Street. I wish I could have ran through the whole thing. Gator time at Po.Street. He got to the part where Ralph has to pay $2,500 and spend a year in jail if he violates the order and the drinks kicked in. Vicious Vickers. LOL. Gator time at Po.Street. He was having so much fun with it, I think he lost track of how much he was drinking. Vicious Vickers. Well, as long as people were having a good time. Peter Weller is here. We broken bar mouth. Gator time at Po.Street. No, wait, what? Gator time at Po.Street. Are you at a convention? Vicious Vickers. Oh, I might not have told you. We're in Burbank currently for the Sonic Monster Palooza convention for a combined Faith William birthday trip. I just think Weller being here is funny. I don't usually pin him with horror. Gator time at Po.Street. Vicious Vickers. Though we did have CJ Graham visit our coin shop a few times. He played Jason in Friday the 13th night. Super nice guy. Ended up at the time being the general manager at the Indian casino near us. Sold some Crew Durans. Ended up being pretty funny because my brother, also a huge horror nerd, had a poster with all of the Jason actors on it, and Graham's was the only signature he was missing. The guy came back in on his day off after that just so he could sign my brother's poster and complete the set. Vicious Vickers. Wish I had more time for a Twitter war today. He appears to be in a full-on panic. Gator time at Po.Street. Yep. Gator time at Po.Street. I got him good though. Gator time at Po.Street. To the point he had to respond via mail again. Vicious Vickers. LOL. Saw. Good times. I've been completely out of the loop on non-Ralph stuff since last week, and it's become hard to separate fact from joke. What's going on with Fuentes? Hospitalized? Gator time at Street. He had to go to the hospital for some gastro problems. Vicious Vickers, just in and out, or admitted. Gator time at Street. Yeah, now. Gator time at Street. Street / at Gator time / post / F7 OSP5 Chrome QKQ. Gator time at Street. Bullying Ralph a bit because he can't take pictures or he violates the order law. Vicious Vickers, he can take them, but can't post aim a broken bar. Bet it'll be funny if he corrects you a broken bar. Something tells me Pantsu will. LOL, I have $10 says that May posts pictures of him taking a selfie with Sander. Gator time at Street. That sounds like something he would do. Gator time at Street. Oh, I took the photo but May took my phone and posted it. I had no control over it. Gator time at Street. He doesn't understand that the fact that May has been speaking on his behalf for so long could fuck him over. Vicious Vickers, yeah, would open her for a lawsuit from Faith anyway because the picture is legally defined as private info. Ah, here come the pro PPP folks out of the shadows. Golly gee whiz, I hope they don't run me off the internet. Well. Gator time at Street, lol. Vicious Vickers, Ralph already hollering to his attorney about Faith interviewing with Cog. Oh, a broken bar, she hasn't even done the interview yet. Gator time at Street, LOL. Gator time at Street, can't wait to hear the story. Vicious Vickers, almost finished with dinner and have to go check into our halfway hotel. Gator time at Street, FY apostrophe. Vicious Vickers, alright, so last week Sander was playing with my boys, tripped over his own feet, and took a pretty good hit on a granite counter, or faux granite, a broken bar Ari and I weren't over there, all the kids were in Isaiah. So as soon as it happened, Faith and Isaiah came over. Faith was freaking out, sure that Ralph would try to use it against her. Sander was pissed, but of course never lost consciousness, and the very small cut on his eyebrow wasn't even bleeding. Vicious Vickers, I was sent straight away to a CVS to get some basic medical supplies, antibacterial ointment, butterfly closures, etc. Faith emailed her attorney and the visitation center to tell TH what had happened, figuring better safe than sorry. They in turn contacted Ralph, who reached out to Faith, who explained the situation. Ralph's response was like, okay cool. Probably smart to tell them about it. But of course, he spins it as irresponsible. LOL, by violating the rules of the visitation center. I'm pretty sure he's not supposed to use social media there. Gator time at Street, no he's not. Gator time at Street, it's supposed to be a safe space lol. Gator time at Street, babies clobber themselves all the time. Gator time at Street, I used to give my mom damn near heart attacks. Vicious Vickers, it's already mostly healed. Gator time at Street, images aren't working on post for some reason. Vicious Vickers, well an on-doxing version will shop up on Twitter. Gator time at Street, gotcha. Gator time at Street, hoping when Elon takes over that I get my original Twitter back. Gator time at Street, I'm going to immediately grab all of my old DMs with Ralph from it when that happens. Vicious Vickers, tweeted my novel. While the visitation center stopped Ralph from taking pictures and he's pissed, because he believes that if he's not directly barred from something in the order, he should be allowed to do it. The visitation center needs to get Faith's permission first. Of course, after Pantsu starts blasting private info from the meeting, Faith is going to tell them that she'd prefer he not take pictures and explain exactly why. Any reasonable center is going to agree. Gator time at Street, ha ha ha. Gator time at Street, Ralph fucked himself over. Vicious Vickers, he's getting very demanding over the app. He's claiming the wording of the visitation stipulation grants him 2 visits each at 2 days. Faith's attorney has told her this is not the correct interpretation. Faith asked him to clear it up with his attorney and he immediately shot back, you cleared it up, I'm moving forward with how it's written. Come as a broken bar, she cleared it up with her attorney. Now he gets to clear it up with his. Gator time at Street, well this is probably because I bullied him about the one and done. Vicious Vickers, Jesus, how hard is BPP trying to suck my dick for attention? Gator time at Street, like a golf ball through a garden hose. Vicious Vickers, LOL. Another attempted swatting, which local Leo actually defined as an attempted swatting when they called Faith a Apparently they've been getting a lot of calls directed to our address and ignore most of them. Gator time at Po.Street. Wow. Gator time at Po.Street. These swattings are definitely coming from that people. Vicious Vickers. You think more tied to Ralph Angst? Gator time at Po.Street. 100%. Vicious Vickers. Intriguing. Holy dog shit in hell. You want to hear something fucking hilarious? So, basically, Ralph is all salty about two things. First, his reading and understanding of the visitation schedule is that he gets 2 visitations per month, each 2 days. Faith has double-checked with her attorney who says, number. It's 2 days which counts as 2 visits ... Though I admit the wording the stipulation is confusing. So hopefully he didn't fuck it up. But Ralph basically says, well, I'm moving forward as it's written, seemingly refusing to speak with his attorney about it, and says Faith is in violation if you don't comply. Vicious Vickers. Hopefully your attorney didn't fuck anything up, but he'll at least have the communications between he and Granger to settle things. Second, and this is the best, Ralph tells Faith they didn't let me take pictures at the center because it has to be agreed upon by both parents. The order doesn't say that I can't take pictures, which means that I can, so you need to fix this or I'm going to take it back to court. Faith, not knowing this, contacts the visitation center, tells them about Ralph's shenanigans online during the visitation, and now he's not allowed to have any electronics during the next visitation. Foul. Gator time at Po.Street, LOL. Gator time at Po.Street, and from what I understood, Ralph gets 2 visits per month. Gator time at Po.Street, aka Ralph gets 2 days per month. Vicious Vickers. It can read as 2 visits at 2 days each visit. Even I read it like that before it was signed, and asked Faith to clarify. She has clarified like 3 times now. Hoping that Rio is correct. If he is, this is going to be a rough week for Ralph. 2 big L's that he can't rage about. Oh, and Ralph is going to have to pay for Faith's property, civil consequence. And some of it's irreplaceable and sentimental ... which means extra dollar is going to come into play. Well, apparently the visitation center reached out to Ralph about the no electronics was for Ralph to respond to the visitation center with a link to the interview with Cog. Now ... completely unrelated. Gator time at Po.Street, Mel. Vicious Vickers, basically saying, but I was only doing that because I was mad at her and looking for revenge. Gator time at Po.Street, he's so stupid. Vicious Vickers, because he'd already acknowledged the injury and bring knowledge of it to Faith through the parenting app. So there was no other reason to specifically message me during the visitation. Fuck. The attorney fucked it up. 2 by 2 day visitations per month. Probably going to be looking for new counsel. Faith is pissed. Don't blame her. Just told her to give him his win. The benefit is that the more visitations that he has, the more that he'll miss and then he'll never be able to get any more. Gator time at Po.Street, oh well. Gator time at Po.Street, you can always get it amended later. Gator time at Po.Street, when he misses a ton of them. Vicious Vickers, I still think it all falls apart by the end of the year or shortly thereafter. Gator time at Po.Street, we'll see. Ball is in Ralph's court to fuck her up. Gator time at Po.Street, it. Vicious Vickers, looking like you will get the chance to recover those Twitter DMs, lol. Gator time at Po.Street, going to be glorious if so. Gator time at Po.Street, and the best part is Ralph won't know for a whole month. Gator time at Po.Street, so it'll be a nasty early Christmas present lol. Vicious Vickers, sweet perspicacity as a co-host of Broken Bar Casino is dead. Gator time at Po.Street, pretty much. Vicious Vickers, and of course, the morning after Faith posts about believing Alice, Ralph is trying to get 3 days in a row for November, referring to Xander now as my son instead of Alexander. Salty little bitch. LOL. Gator time at Po.Street, LOL. Gator time at Po.Street, he mad. Vicious Vickers, so now we'll see if he's allowed to do 3 days in a row. He reads the order as he gets a total of 4 days and there's nothing stopping him from taking the visits back to back. That may be ... but it will mean that he'll have to take 2 drug tests. Gator time at Po.Street, retardation on the lawyer part for not clarifying that he could only have 2 days per visit. Vicious Vickers, right, and naturally we didn't confirm that there was any minimum time between visits, because everyone clarified before and immediately after the order was signed that the technical translation of the stipulation was 1 visit per month. Live and learn. probably still going to fire this attorney because of that. Pretty major fuck up, Hymo. All of us, even Faith, made sure to clarify that step several times. Vicious Vickers, JFC, they're getting all but hurt over my Halloween display ... It's like they actually want to make me happy. Gator time at Po.Street, foul. Gator time at Po.Street, you might be interested in this archive. Gator time at Po.Street, archive.ph/SQ7J5. Vicious Vickers, fucking unmitigated genius. Gator time at Po.Street, I guess his strategy is just to keep irritating the court to win. Gator time at Po.Street, make them so annoyed with dealing with it that they drop it. Vicious Vickers, were you the one saying that something crazy always happens with Ralph in November? Gator time at Po.Street, yes, foul. Gator time at Po.Street, it's always November. Vicious Vickers, okay. Because he seems to have reverted back to unhinged Ralph. Gator time at Po.Street, I think it's the changing of the season makes him depressed, and when he's depressed he does drugs and drinks. Vicious Vickers, seasonal affective disorder ... Really? Oh no. Gator time at Po.Street, that's my theory. Vicious Vickers, putting together a December 1st super stream for Good Bad Vicious. If you want to pop in, let me know. SoCal Chris is coming on to discuss Miami lore. I'm going to go through some previously unreleased text messages. We'll recap any and all shenanigans from November, etc. Gator time at Po.Street, if I'm off work I'm down. Vicious Vickers, cool. I'll pencil you in. If you got any good shit that you want to bring up, let me know. I'm actually going to plan this one out a little, since I have the time ... Lol, do you have a Twitter sack that you can DM me with Rehe who cannot be named? Gator time at Po.Street, I can unterminate the Molder one. Vicious Vickers, you may find this funny. In the original draft of this support, visitation stipulation and order, there was a provision that neither party, Ralph or Faith, were allowed to talk about the case online unless they were correcting inaccurate information. So, you goading Ralph about not paying child support would have meant that he had every right under the order to say that he has paid all his support, which, to be fair, he has, though the next payment is due Monday by a broken bar, so we'll see if he keeps it up. However, his attorney didn't like that provision. She rewrote it to stipulate that neither party discuss the case online at all, thus making his correction of your goading a violation of the order. I doubt it'll lead to any serious punishment, but I still find it hilarious. Imagine being Ralph's attorney and modifying a stipulation dealing with online speech to be more restrictive. Oh no. Vicious Vickers, that wasn't his pay pig. That was him. People are going through his personal email right now, and holy fuck. LTJG_Pliskin, it's bananas. I'm loving every second of it. FY currency pound. Vicious Vickers, what are you up to October 13th at 6 p.m. PST? October 13th is a Thursday. Akiva and I are bringing back Good Bad Vicious, and talking specifically about father's responsibilities. It will also coincide with the day that Ralph will have violated the order ... And also, the order is now confirmed public information, so we're going to go over it line by line. The only two people in the world who can talk about it are Faith ... and Ralph ... because of the stipulation his attorney added ... Lol. Gonna be a good time. PaulyFrog 64, oh well, if it's a Thursday I'm working, I have Tuesdays and Wednesdays off. I'll see if I have any time off that I can use. Vicious Vickers, oh, dude. You don't have to go to all that trouble. I promise there are better things to use time off for, LOL. That said, while I can't really modify the day, I could probably modify the time. PaulyFrog 64, got you. Well, if you ever want to have me on again, Tuesdays and Wednesdays are my day off. Vicious Vickers, 10-4. Moving forward, we can probably loosen our structure a bit. It's mere coincidence that the 13th fell on a Thursday, and it's the specific day that's important. PaulyFrog 64, I see. Well, I'm glad you're bringing the streams back and not letting people run you offline. Vicious Vickers, nah. We had the one swatting, locked shit down with the local Leo and restructured our own communications. The second attempt, almost exactly a month later, was an abject failure on the part of the swatters. I didn't even mention that one because it was a literal non-event. I'll no doubt get that he's putting his family in danger nonsense from some folks ... But I own a coin shop. Barred windows, controlled double entry, guns on hips, make making sure people don't follow us home, etc. The swatting, while irritating, did little more than convince us to keep doing it if we enjoy it. And we did ... so we will. PaulyFrog 64, well, I'm glad you stay strapped. You should be fine then, and you took the appropriate measures with the police, so you should be good. It's not my place to tell people what to do. Still sorry that you got swatted though. Vicious Vickers, it definitely wasn't ideal. But the fun thing about our entire family ... we're highly adaptable. Here come the pro PPP folks out of the shadows. LOL. Golly gee whiz, I hope they don't run me off the internet a broken barrel mouth. PaulyFrog 64, lol, yeah, they'll be out in full force. Most of them are still on Twitter though. I haven't seen many PPP defenders on the Fediverse. Vicious Vickers, Pig is already hollering at his attorney about Faith's appearance on Kinochet tomorrow, a broken bar citing him as a person who assaulted him. Found. She hasn't even gone on the show yet, a broken bar, so what the heck is he complaining about? So, this can't be public, but thought you would find it amusing. The visitation center did not let Ralph take pictures, which though he had a right to take just because the order doesn't strictly prohibit taking pictures, just posting them online. But of course, the visitation center has their own rules, and both parents have to agree on pictures, and they had not confirmed anything with Faith up to that point. As such, they basically told Ralph that he can take pictures on the next visit if Faith agrees. Ralph explained this to Faith and threw a bit of a bitch fit about it. Faith talked to the visitation center, informed them of Ralph's shenanigans during his visitation, specifically sharing private information with May and having her tweet it out during the actual visitation. So now, for everyone's safety, words of the visitation center, Ralph isn't even allowed to have electronics during the next visit. Well, PaulyFrog 64, don't worry, I'm not going to tell anybody but them. Vicious Vickers, this is what drives me batshit when PPP and his ilk are like, but why Vickers ... why do you keep posting? This is why. He just had to get in his wind, and it's cost him. And subsequently for the protects Xander, because you know damn well, he was going to take pictures and have me post them, thinking that is perfectly acceptable. PaulyFrog 64, I don't know what to say, just at a loss for words. All I hope is that all involved, including Ralph, do what's best for the child, not saying you aren't doing so, just that's my hope in all this mess. PaulyFrog 64, is Ralph paying child support? Vicious Vickers, thus far he is up to date. PaulyFrog 64, well, that's good news, I thought he wasn't paying. Sorry, I just hate seeing kids dragged through stuff like this. I just feel really bad for the child. I know you guys are taking care of him. I don't know, I just don't get any joy out of seeing stuff like this. Don't get me wrong, Ralph isn't a good person and he's too far gone for redemption. I just hate when kids are involved in custody disputes and things like that. I know that Ralph is to blame for a lot of this, I haven't forgotten that. I'm not trying to criticize you or be mean. It just reminds me of my friends and all the shit that they went through as kids. PaulyFrog 64, I remember one of my childhood friends wanted me to adopt him. It still messes me up thinking about that. I know Ralph is to blame for a lot of this though. Vicious Vickers, my take, the more restricted that Ralph is from that kid, the better ... because the most logical statistical conclusion is that Ralph is eventually going to play no role in Xander's life. So the less now, the better. And no criticism received on my end. You're taking the right stance. I have the unique and unfortunate position of having already seen how he's treated my kids. Me not doing everything in my power to keep him away from another would be, in my opinion, irresponsible. PaulyFrog 64, in the current state that he is in, I would agree that it's probably better if Ralph isn't around the child in his current state. There's a lot wrong with Ralph, and so I don't blame you for wanting to keep him out of the child's life. I wouldn't feel comfortable having him around, especially considering the fact that he's doing drugs. I think the only hope for Ralph is if he quits the internet, gets a job, goes to AA or not, and gets clean and starts to live responsibly. I just don't think he has it in him to do that. I know that he knows he's wrong. He's had little slips here and there, moments of self-awareness that I've seen, but it's like I said, I just think he's too far gone at this point, and he's even said so himself. So yeah, I agree with you, unless he hangs all this up and starts changing, I wouldn't want him anywhere near that kid. It'll create more problems for the child. PaulyFrog 64, so yeah, I agree with your assessment. He would have to do a lot of work, and I don't think he will, and that's the sad part. PaulyFrog 64, anyway, sorry if I offended you or anything, I'm not trying to. Anyway, I got to get ready for work. I hope you have a good day. Vicious Vickers. Absolute zero offense taken. Never even considered it. Have a great day at work. PaulyFrog 64. I just want to say one last thing. It isn't right that Ralph mistreated and disrespected both you and your daughter. I don't blame you for hating him. He permanently altered your life. I don't know everything that he did to you and your family. I just have little snippets here and there. If you want to tell me more about what he did, I would be happy to listen, and feel free to make it long. PaulyFrog 64. I wasn't around for a lot of that information. Also, a lot of stuff gets embellished by the links or just straight made up. That's why I would rather hear it from you what you did. PaulyFrog 64. Whoops, sorry, I meant what he did. Vicious Vickers. Much appreciated, and we'll probably take you up on it. PaulyFrog 64. I just want you to know, Mr. Vickers, that I'm not going to leak anything. I go to Narcotics Anonymous and I share with people, and what they tell me stays in those rooms, and I don't gossip because I don't want to hurt their recovery. I've had that drilled into me for the last 5 years. When people tell me things that are confidential, I treat it just like no, because I practice the principles. PaulyFrog 64. But thanks for keeping me up to date, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about it. Vicious Vickers. Absolutely. I've gotten a pretty good grip on who spills and who doesn't. Aside from you just being straight up, polite and reasonable ... which is always a good sign to me. And congrats on getting clean. That's not easy, and also a sign of remarkable character and willpower. What happened? NVM. PaulyFrog 64. Oh yeah, you saw the clip, I'm guessing, that we uploaded. Vicious Vickers. Yeah. I was going to go do some hunting to see if I could tie that name to a Mormon Shaggy account, because Stephen Wright is not Shaggy's name. I keep track of people who are total psychos and live within 3 hours of me. PaulyFrog 64. Yeah, I don't blame you for keeping track of psychos. I would want to know if someone like Shaggy was in my area so I could watch my back and protect my family. I don't care if they hurt me, but they're not going to hurt my family. If anyone tried to hurt my family, I would put them in the ground. Thank you for letting me know. I'm not super close to people in these circles, so I don't know who's who. Vicious Vickers. I know where most of the Council of Evil is. Vicious Vickers. What are you up to October 13th at 6 p.m. PST? PaulyFrog 64 at Pote.Street. Depends on what day that falls on. Sorry, I'm not on Pote.Street as much because I moved to chudbuds.lol. Vicious Vickers. I sent the same message to the Chudbud. Shoot me a response from there and I'll fill you in. Vicious Vickers. Pauly. Just got your message. I moved instances over here if you need to DM me. We're still on for Friday, and if you're still game, the 13th is still a go. I sent a public records request to see if anyone can get a copy of the signed visitation support order from the court. Just got back from a Bitcoin show in Soka, only to find my request waiting in the mailbox. All 4 pages. No redactions. On my show, we'll go over it line by line. LOL. For your show, I'm at your disposal. Vicious Vickers. Good morning. Should be all set for today. I just have one errand to run and I should be able to get that done before the show. If you have a link built, shoot it to me and I'll throw it up on my Twitter and post. Other than that, I'll just need to know how you host, Discord, etc., so I can set up properly on my side. Vicious Vickers. Oops. Just saw your messages on post and responded there in case messages here aren't going through. Thanks for popping into chat last night. It was a bit of a clusterfuck getting started to Broken Bar. I'm on the road for my 14-year-old son's birthday trip, and doing this stuff remotely is never as easy as in studio. Red Pill ganked at Pote.Street. Of course, man. Glad I was able to catch it and send some peeps your way. I was there for about the first hour or so. I'll have to go back later and catch the rest. Vicious Vickers. We definitely got back into our groove during the second half. Lol. Red Pill ganked at Pote.Street. I still need to download all I know currently is Ralph claims to not be in violation of anything, which tells me he's guilty as fuck and knows it. Lol. Vicious Vickers. Here it is. The full physical doc will most likely be out by Sunday, as COD does it. But if you want a PDF of the whole order, I'll happily share it. It's public record. Red Pill ganked at Pote.Street. Can't see the image you sent. Images in post chat haven't been working for me for some reason. You can email it to me if you'd like. redpillganked@pm.me. Vicious Vickers. Cool. I'm kicking it with the wife at a horror convention now, but as soon as I get back up to the room I'll send it your way. Sent to the email provided. Pauly. We're getting back to our standard format, which is just where we pick a topic and chat about it for a few hours. Would still love to have you on, and during November, no one is going to be talking about Ralph anyway. If you have any availability on a Thursday at 6 PST during November, give me a shout. Vicious Vickers. This is, without a doubt, the funniest shit that's happened in politics in a long time. My wife and I spent the entirety of Friday explaining to her brother and his wife, both left-of-center Southern Californians, who Nick Fuentes was. Red Pill ganked at boat. Street, totally agree, having a blast watching these retards off themselves LOL. Red Pill ganked at boat. Street, glad you're enjoying the shit show. Vicious Vickers. Dude. WTF is going on with that last Kanye tweet? If Nick keeps tweeting from my account a broken bar. Red Pill ganked at boat. Street, it's Milo. Red Pill ganked at boat. Street, his old editor just confirmed it to me. Red Pill ganked at boat. Street, po.street / Red Pill ganked / post / AQ348 S1R7 GB0E7 Ida. Vicious Vickers. Wow, broken bar FYI. If you request to follow me on Twitter, I will approve. Sorry, my account there is private. It's a legal strategy thing. Red Pill ganked at boat. Street, request sent. Vicious Vickers. Request approved. Suegensen _ I got flagged for suspicious behavior on Twitter now. So until they sort it out, reach me here. Suegensen _ I think it might be cause I sent the prescription pic. That's all I can think of. But my number has changed since last year and my unboss didn't update it on my account, so I have to file to have it changed on their end. Who knows how long that will take. FY currency broken bar FY 3/4 sale my diarrhea Sibylla. San Ivories, I can't read your tweets on Twitter. My new account is Michael Alberto. Vicious Vickers. Done. San Ivories, thank you. One day left, I need see what he is spurging out about. San Ivories, tell me you've seen it. Vicious Vickers, you're going to have to be more specific today. LOL ha 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 ha. The chair? I literally just saw that. San Ivories, temptation. Vicious Vickers, day after tomorrow. Ha ha. Day after tomorrow. San Ivories, I'm seriously buckling. San Ivories, only time I have come closer is when I saw his new sunrise overlay. Vicious Vickers, Q4 is so insane for me, it's been pretty easy to ignore. But that was damn funny. San Ivories, it almost broke 2 weeks ago in addition to him almost falling backwards. San Ivories, follow me on Twitter so I can see what's going in. Vicious Vickers, don't tell me what to do. What's your current Twitter UN? San Ivories, at deranged faggot. Vicious Vickers, my bad. San Ivories at po.street, lol. So what happened? San Ivories at po.street, easier on Twitter but I am in timeout and can't DM people who aren't following me. Vicious Vickers, the thing that I've been planning on for a month now. Ralph violated a stipulation in the order that he probably didn't even read. It was the only stipulation that had a timeline. 30 days. Deadline was yesterday. San Ivories at po.street, what was it? Does he know yet? Vicious Vickers, to return very specific items of faiths that she left behind that we are 99% sure that he discarded, sold, or destroyed. But he signed the order, saying that he would return them. Keeping the specifics quiet until the show tonight. I plan to have fun with this one. San Ivories at po.street, foul. San Ivories at po.street, does this mean he won't see Xander? Vicious Vickers, no, it won't affect visitation. But this is a long game. Violating the order is considered contempt. Ape's attorney has been waiting for this too. This is the kind of stuff I won't directly discuss on the show. Contempt comes with criminal, civil punishments. The more he fucks up, the more he's going to have to hide in Mexico and miss visitations. The more visitations he misses, the less likely he is to get more. Eventually he wears down and finds that his only escape is to sign on of Xander's adoption when Faith gets married. San Ivories at po.street, so wait, you can sue him for a violation? Vicious Vickers, Faith can file charges via her attorney. Penalties are anywhere from a $2,500 gun to a year in jail or both. San Ivories at po.street, lol.